Hey team, welcome back to Dukes on Twitch. Back today with another edition of Green White Depths. We did pretty well in the last two leagues we played this deck. I really enjoy it. I think it's a fantastic deck. The results speak for themselves. But I do want to make some changes just to see how it goes. So most players are playing two Path to Exiles on the board. I really like Prismatic Ending. It's been pretty huge at dealing with anything from Aether Vials to LEDs. I really like the flexibility of the card as it kind of adds a little bit like what Abrupt Decay does to Maverick. And I've also changed up just some of the sideboard cards. So I've taken out the two Thalias, which I think are great. I think there's definitely nothing wrong with what the deck was, but I just want to try things out. Because I really like Deafening Silence for the decks where you want Deafening Silence. I think you do want 3, just to see how many. And I added in to the 4th slot over the 2nd Thalia a Gaddock Teeg, because Gaddock Teeg can be found with Green Sun Zenith. Obviously, 5 virtual copies of Gaddock Teeg is a lot better than 2 Thalias, but they're obviously also for different matchups. Thalia is also quite good against some of the Delver matchups, which I don't mind. But Teeg, I just wanted to try out because there were a few moments where I did want it. Something like Bant midrange has been popping up, and it's not something that I really want to see. So Gaddock Teeg's pretty good there, turning off Terminus, Jace, Ancient Explosives. It does also turn off Prismatic Ending, which is kind of cool, so that's pretty sweet. Hey Moss, hey Luca, hope you're both well. But otherwise, the deck is awesome. Endurance has been a card that has been both good for me and really good against me. It's a pretty sweet addition to Legacy. It's pretty tough because Knight of the Reliquary in game 1 against a lot of decks didn't really have to worry about being dropped down to lower than a 2-2. Most decks aren't running main deck ways to deal with lands in the graveyard, so once your Knight's a 10-10, it's probably going to stay at 10-10 if not get bigger. But with Endurance in Legacy now, a lot of the time I'm attacking with a massive Knight. They're flashing in Endurance, shuffling or putting our graveyard to the bottom of the library, and then making these Knights 2-2s, which obviously against a 3-4 body is pretty brutal. So that's pretty tough. But I think all in all, Endurance has been sweet. The big player in this deck though is Yavimaya. Holy moly, this card has been pretty insane. It allows the turn 3. I guess there was a few turn 2s we got because we get to go like turn 1 Yavimaya and Mox into something like a Sylvan Library, and then turn 2 Dark Depths means you can hold up crop rotation because you get to float mana off the Dark Depths as well, which is pretty sweet. So you get to float 2 mana, crop for stage, and then use the Mox and the leftover for actually using it. I'm just waiting on Card Hoarder to send me a Glacial Chasm, which I think is pretty sweet. It probably helps against a lot of the decks that I was struggling against, which are mainly the go wide strategies. You could have another Plague in the deck, but things like Munitions Expert, Abrupt Decay can be hit by Glacial Chasm, can hit Plague Engineer, but of course Glacial Chasm only really susceptible to maybe Assassin's Trophy sometimes, and also Wasteland. So I think Chasm is pretty sweet. The one reason that I really like this deck is because it's obviously very consistent, and you also just get to kind of play it at your own pace. You can either play it as a mid-range deck with a combo backup, or you can play it as a combo deck with a mid-range backup, which is kind of sweet. Hey Giz, welcome. So that is, yeah, probably the best part of it. I'm just going to quickly go to before stream. I'll still be here with you guys. I'm just going to message Card Hoarder, who have great service. And let's see. Won't be a second. Switch, land delivery 3. Nice. There we go. All right. We got this. There it is. Nice. I can quickly update Cardboard Live as well. Done. Collection. Chasm. Nice. Then we are going to Swansea Depths. Export. 1.1. Save. Edit deck. Clear. Upload. Grab 1.1. Nice. Alright. Let's go in game. There we go. Legacy League. Nice. Play points. Nice. There we go. Everything is back. Nice. Alright. Hope you're doing well. It's Thursday night here, which is nice. Hopefully get 2 leagues in. I'd love to play Green White Depths and then hopefully play something like Abzan Maverick. I really want to try out Achilles lists, who's been playing Stone Torch Mystic in a Grist Abzan deck, which looks really sweet. I haven't played Grist and Stoneforge yet together, and I think they work really nicely together, so that should be pretty fun. No concessions in cleanup. Haha. Yeah, had a funny game last night. I was going off with a Bug Hogak, and I obviously had lethal because I had so many creatures the following turn, but I just conceded. Hansi. I'm pretty happy to keep this. We have a turn 1 Reclaimer, and then we have Flagstones to sack to Reclaimer. We have one half of the combo in Crop, and then the other half in Elvish Reclaimer, so pretty keen to keep this. I know that Anzi was on some sort of, like, I'm going to say Madness deck, which is pretty interesting. Hey, Fujita. A huge thank you. That means a lot. And the Prime sub. Even better. A huge thank you. I hope you've been enjoying Maverick. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. And I'm sure chat will also help you out. Alright. I think here I'm actually supposed to hold up Bog, but a Mox Diamond would be the best draw. Oh, this is so good, because now we get to hold up Crop Rotation with Flagstones, which is kind of cool, so we get to sack Flagstones and not lose anything. So let's go ahead and cast Mox, Pitching Step. And then I could play Reclaimer. I don't mind playing Reclaimer and then just holding up land into Bog. I could play Flagstones and hold up Bog, but I think that getting the Elvish Reclaimers online is pretty good, because it also makes my opponent really try to rush towards getting something going, because then they know that if the Elvish Reclaimer untaps, then Bojuka Bog is most likely online. So I think here it's best just to go for land into Reclaimer, and now I could hold up both Swords and Crop. LED is a nice way to play around a Bog in some ways, because then you can flashback the looting as soon as possible. Asylum Visitor. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, if that player has no cards in hand, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Interesting. Alright. Well, I don't want to do anything yet. Definitely playing the Flagstones. And probably just passing. I don't know if I really want to Swords this. I'm probably actually okay with just playing the other Reclaimer and then holding up Reclaimer. I think that's okay. This is Anzi on a pretty cool deck because there is a new Madness card that I believe costs 1 red for Madness, or it's free if you Madness it. Someone in chat will know, but it looks pretty sweet. I believe Anzi's also streaming, so if you want to check out his side of this, you can definitely tell. I think I'm happy to hold up Swords and Crop and then Reclaimer, than rather play Reclaimer and just hold up this. I believe this is playing Anji's Ravager, which is a pretty sweet card. Burning Inquiry. Okay. Each player draws 3 cards, then discarded 3 cards at random. I think I'm happy just to go for the combo here. So I can Reclaimer away Flagstones, get a Savannah, and then get Thespian Stage. And then I can also Crop Rotate for Dark Depths, and then just have up Dark Depths. I think that's okay. Hey Juan. Very well, thank you. Currently up against this Madness deck, which looks pretty sweet. There's actually a world... I think I get Dark Depths here. And then just fetch for Thespian Stage and hold it up. Just get the other Savannah, doesn't mind. Stage. And then we will draw 3, discard 3. We get another Crop, which is pretty good. Means we have access to Bojuka Bog next turn if we need it, and then we still have 2 mana open to actually use Thespian Stage, which is pretty huge. So now we're in a really good situation. They didn't have 2 creatures because they do have 2 Vengevines here. What answer could they have main deck against Marit Lage? I'm going to say nothing. I'm going to say like try to attack for lethal and then maybe play a Putrid Imp to block and then attack for lethal again. That's probably the only way in the main deck, but luckily you do have a second step. And we have double Crop, which is pretty nice. Imp's pretty good. They're going to flashback Looting. That's going to be fine. I guess they could find LED and then discard some creatures to cast at Madness to get the Vengevines back. Interesting. Yeah, so this is the new card, Blazing Rottweiler, which is kind of like the green copy that you see in vintage Bazaar decks, and there's now a red version, which is pretty cool. Cabal Pit's pretty sweet. It definitely has in the past. I know that Elves picked up on Cabal Pit as a way to crop rotate with Crop Rotation and Elvish Reclaimer for removal for cards like Containment Priest and Sanctum Prelate. We have some pretty good ones in like Glacial Chasm and Tabernacle. What do I want here? I want the Endurance. I don't think I want the Plagues, but they're definitely interesting. Reclaimer is interesting. Oh, sorry, Safekeeper, because I'm not too sure if I need it. I kind of want the Tab. I think Tab can be really strong here when my opponent's trying to go wide with removal. Yeah. I think otherwise I'm just trying to stick on my own plan. I do like the Endurance though, so it could just be something like a Library. They're going to be pretty aggressive, so the libraries aren't going to be that great. It does turn off the Asylum, which is kind of nice, but I'm also not sure what sort of creatures they play. If they're all the same and Plague Engineer actually adds up or not. I think we might just go with this, which is a pretty minimal sideboard strategy, which I kind of like. Try to just go for the combo again pretty quickly and just go like that. Oof's also a consideration because of LED. But the question is, if they're going to have an LED start, am I going to actually get to a situation where I can cast or get the Collector Oof into play before then? I'm going to go with these two. Play the second game. And then if there is a third, we can hopefully see some more cards to make a better understanding of how we should change this. Okay, turn 1, Mox Diamond pitch Dryadubber, play Reclaimer, play Stage, untap, play Yavimaya. We have 3 mana, 2 mana for Reclaimer, 1 floating, and then we can... No, because we need the Yavimaya. Yavimaya been sweet. Yavimaya gives this deck a lot of outs to just early depths. Because if you go like Mox Diamond into Yavimaya, and then you have Crop Rotation, and you draw into like Dark Depths, or you have Dark Depths and draw into Crop, then you have the mana for all of it, which is pretty insane. I think this is okay, because Elvish Reclaimer also just could be Tabernacle in this instance, so I'm going to keep this. And we're only 1 Crop or 1 Dark Depths away from just a really fast 2020, which is pretty sweet. But any other land, I'm not really keen to see. Putrid Imp. Okay, that's going to be fine. Another Yavimaya. Okay. So let's go Mox first. Pitch Dryad. I don't really want to show the Yavimaya just yet, just in case they want to cast something green and don't have green mana. This also puts me in the same situation that it should be okay. I also have a Yavimaya to throw away straight away. But there's actually a bug deck going around that plays Yavimaya main deck, and then it also plays Submerge main deck, which is pretty funny. As its removal. I believe it was Pissduggery that was playing it. Quickly see if I can find it. I think it was Pissduggery. Yeah, this is it. So it's playing 4 main deck Submerge, and then it's also playing 3 Yavimaya. So it's using Submerge as a way to remove creatures, which is pretty funny. Something you'd probably never otherwise see. Alright, 2 Root Waller. Pretty good. Especially if we see any sort of Vengevines go to the bin here. Or do they need the Vengevines already in the bin to trigger? Oh, they discard those 2, of course. So they're free. So it's pretty much a draw 2, put 2 creatures into play for free, which is pretty sweet, let's be honest. Reclaimer seems really strong here. Hey Delcourt, thanks for the follow. Let me know where you're from. If you play Legacy, what you play in Legacy. Next turn, my best draw is just a 1 mana spell, because I do want to hold up 2 mana for Reclaimer. And then I can hopefully use the Mox Diamond for something like Crop Rotation or another Reclaimer. I guess one reason to play the Yavimaya turn 1 is that with the second one, I can get an extra land into the bin on turn 2, so I can make the Reclaimer a 3/4 a turn earlier. But I don't really want to use a Yavimaya just for that and lose it to the Legendary rule. I'd rather use one for Reclaim it a sack and then just play the other one. Yeah, these decks are sweet. Boyd, you should see the Affinity decks. There's some sweet Affinity decks running around. Another LED. Yikes. Reclaimer. Okay, that's pretty perfect. We get to play Yavimaya. Now, I probably just want to play a Reclaimer and then go for Cradle. But I also don't mind just holding up Bog here. Because my opponent has to use their graveyard to get threats into play. And it also makes the LEDs a little bit awkward because they're not going to be able to do some sort of shenanigans effect with Bojuka Bog at instant speed. And if they go wide, we have Tabernacle the following turn. I think what I'll do end step if they do nothing is just trade the Yavimaya in play for a Dark Depths, untap, and then playing the Yavimaya gives us access to 4 mana, which is pretty sweet. So 3, or at least 2 for stage, and then tap for stage, and then 1 left over. So if we draw another 1 mana spell, we get to do a lot of things, which is pretty fantastic. I'm not sure if I should be thinking about anything. Like what they could do to respond to Bojuka Bog. Or maybe bait with Bojuka Bog. But I think it is going to be a tough matchup for them. Especially seeing that we do have some interaction early on in cards like Bojuka Bog, Swords to Plowshares, and then have a very fast win condition and just a one swing kind of effect where they have to have Putrid Imp. But Gizlo did say Collector Oof against this deck is pretty good, and this is a situation where it is pretty nice. If we draw a Green Suns, I'm pretty happy that if they do have 2 LEDs in play, to trade off my Mox Diamond for their 2 LEDs by searching for Collector Oof. So I could definitely see it as a good sideboard card for this deck, just to turn off some of their really unfair plays. Because if they do think of things like Crop Rotation as early as turn 1 to get Bojuka Bog, they might slow down with their plan. And therefore you might have more time to get Oof in play to hit their artifacts that otherwise aren't doing much now. Ooh. Sack a creature or discard a card. Destroy target creature or player. Okay. I have 3 cards left. I think we just get Depths and let this resolve. Like, I could get Step here, but I'd much rather keep a Step in the deck for any sort of Putrid Imp shenanigans down the line. So let's just get Dark Depths. And just 6. Interesting that they got rid of the Putrid Imp, because Putrid Imp is obviously a creature that can block Marit Lage. The Basking Root Wallers can't. Cool card though, Bone Shards. Interesting. You're going to attack with both? No. Okay. Okay. Planes. So I could play the Yavimaya, but I think I don't really want to. In case my opponent does need the green mana, I'd rather just play the stage. Putridine can't block. Ah, there we go. I guess you, if it has Threshold, correct, but you could discard, give it flying. Play Yav for crop threat. I do have that in Mox Diamond anyway. I don't mind Lage. I guess playing the Yavimaya shows that I have mana for the activation in just Yavimaya, Thespian Stage, Dark Depths, and then also have Mox Diamond open, but I think just on a world where they need the green, I'm just happy to play the Thespian Stage and pass. Or even the Savannah. They may have something like the Diabolic Edict with Sudden Shock. With, what's it called? Split Second, there we go. Yavimaya might open up Run Afoul. Yeah, very true. Slasher 21, Sudden Edict, thank you very much. Also, Slasher, I believe you were the player who went into a challenge just to get it to fire the other night, so big props to that. Very cool to see. Hansi having a look. 56 Swamps in Urza Saga, very cool. Interesting, they're going after this. Okay. There's a Vengevine in the bin now. That's fine. Two cards left for Anzi, and a Faithless Looting in the bin, so could looting into more Madness creatures to get Vengevine in play, but it's gonna be hard to deal 20 damage this turn, and I don't think there's any reason for me not to make the 20/20 in this end step and attack with it next turn, or at least try to. Alright, chat. What cards do you think are relevant here? What should I be thinking about to play around? The toughest thing is that 2 cards in hand, but 2 mana sources that make you discard your hand. So it's not like they can hold up mana for Sudden Edict here. Yeah, they also sack the Imps. They have no blocker, that's very true. Which is a tough one. Alright. Oh, Kitchen Imp with Madness. Alright. Oh, Flying in Haste? Okay. Alright. Now they get to Looting. But it's going to be a draw 2, discard 2, so I guess they could hit Madness creatures here and then trigger the Vengevine. There's a Root Waller. Alright. Yeah. Now Vengevine comes back. Two mana left. No. I mean, 0 cards in hand. No cards here are relevant, I believe. So I might as well just make it right here and block to save some damage. This doesn't have Death Touch, right? I guess it's indestructible anyway, but just in case. Yeah, not attacking with Vine's interesting. Because I guess you could draw into another Faithless Looting and then draw 2 Madness spells, but... Tabernacle. That's pretty gas. Luckily with Tabernacle, we don't have to pay because Tabernacle gives creatures if you don't pay, you destroy the creature, but this is indestructible. So sometimes you see new lands players who will pay for their own Tabernacle effect on their Merit Lage, but you don't have to because it is indestructible, which is kind of nice. Yeah, dealing 19 with no cards is really hard. Especially with no extra Vengevines in the bin. It's going to be a tough one to get through. I mean, I'm over here still trying to figure out how Urza's Saga works with Thespian Stage and Blood Moon. Because from what I've heard, if you have an Urza's Saga ticking up and you copy it with Thespian Stage, if you allow the Thespian Stage copy of Saga get to the third ability where you get to search, if in response you turn that Saga Thespian Stage into a different land, like a forest, you then still get to search for a artifact, but you don't lose the Thespian Stage now because it's a forest. Crazy. And then I believe it was Julian and the team on Everyday Eternal was saying that either Saga or Thespian Stage version of Saga interacts really well for the owner with Blood Moon because of the different layers that they come in at. And I believe that Blood Moon applies at layer 4, but then the Urza's Saga layer applies at 6. And so you still get to use an Urza's Saga through Blood Moon if it's a Thespian Stage. But you can keep making robots. Yeah, there's a really cool interaction there, and I could have butchered that. Definitely don't take me as this is not financial advice. But yeah, really interesting situations. Thespian Stage is just a very cool card. There's also a sweet line with Mirage Mirror. I believe that's like a 2-mana enchantment that can copy a land or anything. Artifact for 3 becomes a copy of target artifact, creature, enchantment, or land until end of turn. Oh, okay. Okay, that's interesting. There's also something about it being an enchantment and not a land, that like the abilities are part of the enchantment part and not part of the actual land part, but yeah. This is an interesting hand. We have no green mana. We could have green mana if my opponent's on a green deck and we copy it with a stage, but I think that's a bit too late. I think this deck can definitely mulligan this. We do have some plays, like we do have interaction in Swords to Plowshares, Wasteland, Caracas, but I think there's a better 6, especially one with green mana, because the turn 1 Reclaimer is just so much better as a turn 1 play. Okay. I don't mind this as a 6. It does have one piece of the combo. We can drop the step as well, but otherwise it's a little bit meh. But I don't want to go to 5. The only 5 I would keep is probably a 5 with a Sylvan Library to really recover from the mulligan. But I think this is okay. A 5's really rough. Gonna bottom the step. Just gonna lead on the Windswept Heath. Yeah, it's very true, Masa. That would be really tough, especially to pay, I don't know, 150 to 200 for a playset and then have them banned is not where you want to be, especially as a modern player. I feel like if it's going to be hit anywhere, I do see a lot of discussions about how it's kind of taking over modern at the moment. The Ponder chose not to shuffle, but because I'm trying to buy time here, I'm pretty happy to go for the Wasteland on the Volk. This probably isn't a matchup where I have to worry about Caracas, so it's really only another Wasteland that I have to worry about. Ponder Vault could mean many things. It could be a Delver deck. It could also be something like Show and Tell. So I don't really want to play into a Daze here with Green Suns. I'd rather wasteland my opponent and then perhaps see if we can kind of get him there. But if not, we have a few ways to get to Reclaimer, which is nice. Scalding Tarn. Another Volk. Ragavan. Okay. Now this is a situation where I do want to respect days, so I'm pretty happy to untap here, play a land, and then Swords the Ragavan. I don't think I'll play around Force Negation. I'd rather play around Spell Pierce at this point. Drawing the Knight's also nice. That might make me want to Green Suns for Dried Arbor if this Swords resolves. Just to really start building up my mana. Happy just to get a Forest and Green Suns here. They had the Force Negation, interesting. But they allowed the Swords to resolve, which makes me think they just have another threat. Ponder first. Ponder chose not to shuffle. Okay. Ha! Well, we have our play. Dried Arbor not the worst here. It does stop a dashed Ragavan, unless they have removal and then a dashed Ragavan. Fork Bolt's okay. Ponder, okay. I'd much rather see a Ponder here than another threat. Yeah, Forkbolt doing a lot of work in Delver right now. Chose not to shuffle. Okay, so 3 no shuffles. Nice. I am just going to run the Knight out here. There's just too much high upside. If they have a Daze, they have a Daze. But if not, this is currently a 5/5, which is pretty huge. Feels like a dashed Ragavan. Oh, Goyf. Okay, that's not too bad. We do have endurance to shuffle some things, so... Crop. Oof. I think we just go for it here. I'm trying to think what I need to play around. It's really just Brazen Borrower. But... So by doing it here, I play around Wasteland, which is pretty huge. I don't play around Brazen. I can save my own Marriage with Caracas. I guess there is reason to Caracas your own Marriage at some points. If you Caracas your Marriage in response to a Petty Theft, then you can fizzle the Petty Theft so they can't cast the Brazen Borrower. The Petty Theft will just go to the graveyard, but I definitely see your sarcasm in chat, and I enjoy it. So upsides of Crop Rotating now. Plays around Wasteland. It plays around them drawing into a counterspell. If I don't do it now, I do play into Wasteland. I do play into Counter Magic. But if I do it now, I play into Brazen Borrower. That's really it. I'm pretty happy to play into Brazen Borrower. I'm also going to sack the Caracas, I believe. Interesting one. I could sack the Krakus, but Krakus is also quite good against Ragavan being a legendary creature in case for some reason this doesn't work and I do get time to recover from this. But I think we will just go with Plains. So let's go sack the Plains. I have 2 cards left. Stage. Copy Dark Depths. Nice. Very cool. I guess if they're also playing Stifle as a 1-4, then that also plays around, which is kind of cool. This is going to be an interesting matchup where I don't mind a choke. I don't mind the Prismatic Endings. That's just extra removal for 1-mana creatures. We can definitely take out some number of Sylvan Libraries. We can't be too aggressive with those. Night of Autumn, also not that great. I think this is pretty strong. There's some thought for Tabernacle, but I don't think it's really needed. I could just drop that and bring in the Tab. Because this could be a version also with the new 1-drop red creature. Hey Panda. Yeah, getting closer to it. I should actually drop it to, can I? Only viewers can contribute. There we go. I should definitely drop it. And I might redo it. This is pretty good. Endurance is... Actually, the extra endurance is really solid. It might just be 1 crop, seeing that they're a blue deck. I don't really want to run it into something like a Daze, unless I have a Flagstones already. This seems okay. I would like to suffer through another Saturday challenge. This is a pretty nice hand. Yeah, happy to keep this, especially with the sword. I can also be a little bit patient with the Reclaimer and try to play it as a 3/4. Aussie timing on the challenges is killer. The Saturday challenge for me is at 10 AM, or 10 PM, sorry, and the Sunday challenge is at 1 AM. Monday morning, even worse. Ramanap. What did the Ponder do? Chose to not shuffle. Sunday Vintage is 3 AM for you? Rough. 7 PM Perth time? That's actually pretty nice. I don't mind that, Star Fox. That's pretty good. I think because we don't actually have a way to get to a 3/4 Reclaimer early on, we don't have like fetch lands or a wasteland, I am just going to go turn 1 Reclaimer. Hey Shakaloo. Bug Zenith looks sweet. I know that Melbourne player Yihue plays Bug Zenith a fair bit and does really well with it. Yeah, pretty sweet. I mean, any sort of deck like that where you get to... Oh, they're gonna... Now this is interesting. This is really tough because we have the Caracas and the Swords to Plowshares. I don't really want to trade, but I also don't want to give them the mana. Especially if they have Bolt or Fork Bolt or Chain Lightning in hand, then they can use the treasure to kill the Reclaimer anyway. This does mean I get to keep the Swords to Plowshares, which is kind of nice. This could be my opponent saying that they don't have removal for the Reclaimer and they just want to get in here and see if we will actually trade. But it could also be, hey, I want to attack, get my treasure, and then kill your dude. Oh, they could have 2 monkeys. Yeah, that's very true as well. I am going to block here. I really don't want them allow them to connect. Flagstones. Okay, we're going to go with Caracas because we know about monkey. And at least if they have Wasteland, they have to Wasteland and play Ragavan in the same phase, so we can float mana off it. Rogue does sometimes play Mucktide, yeah. So having the Karakas for their early creatures and then swords later on is really nice. They had to Ragavans would have played 1 turn 1. Yeah, that's very true. Because they did keep it the Ponder, so it's not like they drew a random one. I'm just gonna play the Cradle and pass. I don't want to show off the Thespian stage just yet. And I don't want to play Tabernacle unless they play a creature. Library's pretty good. Wasteland's gonna be okay. Oh, that's a perfect draw. And my opponent didn't Wasteland me here, so we actually get a pretty nice play of just... Definitely Flagstones. It's tough because my opponent can definitely Ragavan next turn, because they can Wasteland the Karakas at any point before the phase they play the Ragavan. But I think he would just want to go ending on Library. Prismatic Ending's so good. And exactly here where I do like it compared to Path to Exile, just because of the range it has. But I could also see a situation where we have the Prismatic Ending in hand, and my opponent has a Mucktide, and we just can't deal with it. Opponent goes to 10. Interesting. So what they could have done is actually in their draw step Wastelanded me, so I can't float mana in the main phase, because now they can't really play a creature here unless they have counter magic for swords. Unless they dash. Yeah, see, this is exactly the situation where surely they have a counter spell. Or else they could have... Oh, they didn't. They could have Wastelanded me in my turn. This is all fine. Especially seeing we have the Ramanap coming down. Dashed Ragavan also plays around Tabernacle pretty well. Is this a Mucktide? Okay. 5/5. Not the worst. Okay. That's interesting. I'm going to start with Safekeeper. And then play Stage, because then next turn it just turns on a Dark Depths as a live draw. It also turns on a Crop Rotation as a live draw, which would be a live draw anyway, but it turns on specifically Dark Depths. I got an 8. Okay. Alright. Interesting. So they're obviously digging. They paid with the Sylvan Library, now they're brainstorming to try to dig a little bit deeper. Maybe find a faster clock, maybe find more creatures. Come on, Dark Depths. Exactly why we do it. Just crazy. And I think here we'll just do it in upkeep to play around Wasteland. They're gonna bolt this. Okay. So what we can do here is just make Dark Depths. And now we get to sacrifice Flagstones, which just gives us another land anyway. So it's kind of a free ability of Safekeeper, which is really nice. Opponent needs multiple spells. Something like maybe even Wasteland to start it. Caracas is going to be fine. No great attacks. We could just draw Step here. We could just draw Crop Rotation. Have some really good outs here. Mox is actually pretty nice, but I wonder if I actually want the extra land just to sacrifice. I think because I'm playing Tabernacle this turn, just to cut off some of my opponent's resources, then I will play the Mox Diamond, because Mox Diamond always pays for the Sylvan Safekeeper, which is kind of nice. I don't think I need the extra land, because we go Tabernacle into Mox, pitch Yavimaya, and then we have 2 lands to sack to Safekeeper if needed, and then also the Mox Diamond to open to pay for Safekeeper on our turn. Endurance. That's going to be okay. I think I like Tabernacle here just to shut them off, like being able to ponder and do other things with Sylvan Library. So I think it's going to be Tabernacle and then Mox, pitch Yavimaya. They also have 0 cards in hand, so... I'm going to keep the Mucktide, that's fine. They're going to keep both creatures, which is really interesting. I'm not too sure what the Ragavan is doing here. Unless they want to attack with it? Yeah, they're going to attack with it. Okay. That's going to be fine. Our own endurance. Oh, their own endurance. Okay. Sure. So we won't pay for this, but we will pay for Sylvan Safekeeper. Hey, Icy. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. I think here I just want to get rid of the Tabernacle, because if we draw to crop rotation, I do want the Savannah open. But they're also very close. I guess they do lose the endurance, but... Swords. Oof. Alright. That's also pretty good. I guess we see how they block first. I feel like I'm okay to swords here. I don't really want them drawing into counter magic. That does allow them to draw an extra card with Sylvan Library if they really want to, but... I guess they could also draw into Wasteland, Wasteland the Savannah. In response, we give protection to Merit Relation, and in response, they use Caracas. So they do have a few good draws, and there's the Wasteland, yeah. So this is a situation where we kind of got hit poorly by using the Mox Diamond and going with the Tabernacle route, but... yeah. That can definitely happen. Do I want to change anything? I think I'm happy just to submit the same list. Now this is just an early Dark Depths on turn 4, which isn't great. The Step and the Dried Up in my opener are pretty rough, so I'm going to mulligan this. This is a lot better. This is a turn 2. If I want it. I'm going to bottom 1 swords. I'm just going to lead on the Windswept Heath and pass. Because then if I draw a land, I can get there. I can I guess if I played the stage first, I could have. Telva's gonna be fine. Forest. Okay. Sure. Baseline's fine. They can't Wasteland here, because in response we can fetch for a basic and turn Thespian Stage into a basic land. But opponent thinking about it, it looks like. I don't think there's another play that you could currently be thinking about. Yeah, that's going to pass. Reclaim is pretty nice. Play this. Play Reclaimer, pass. And now we get to hold up the combo through Yavimaya, which is pretty sweet. I can save this if I really want to. But if my opponent responds to the bolt... So if my opponent responds to me fetching here, they can wasteland either piece. Which is kind of annoying, but then I can also keep this alive. I'm going to see if they do. Nice. This turns this into a 3-4. And now if they don't respond with Wasteland, we do get access to Yavimaya, which gives us the combo, which is kind of cool. So now we're in a position where we can draw into Wasteland, which is pretty sweet. Or we can draw into a land, float mana, and then deal with the Wasteland and end step, which is kind of cool. Hey D5, welcome. I hope you're well. Good to catch you in chat. I appreciate you being here. One land. Choke. Oof. It only turns off one. I'm gonna pass. Yeah, I'm gonna pass with the swords up. I'm going to allow this. Another Delver, jeez. No, I do have to consider swordsing one. To be fair, I could just swords one of the ones that aren't, aren't flipped to put them to 20 life. Definitely should have. No flip. They should fetch if they really want to flip one here. Yeah. Nice, that's huge for us. It gives us a whole nother turn, which means that the Dried Arbor might be online here. Goyf's okay. Best play here is just to hold up the combo and then hold up 2 mana for Elvish Reclaimer to go and get Wasteland, to then Wasteland them in our turn. Delver flips to Brainstorm, that's pretty huge. Ponder most likely a shuffle here. Definitely coming down to the wire. Yeah, maybe it was the turn 1 play. Maybe I should have led on Thespian Stage. So that turn 2 I could play Depths. No, because then I still have to sack a land to the crop. They attack with everything. Interesting. I will just block. I could double block, but I'm going to sack the Arbor anyway. And I think we just get a Wasteland here. Yeah. Another Reclaimer. Sweet. Ah, okay. Maybe I want to play around Submerge here. I think I do want to play around Submerge just in case I can. No, I don't care about Submerge because I have Elvish Reclaimer for Pro. Hey Jimbo, a huge thank you for the raid. Hope you're well. Hope you had fun doing Highlander. A big congratulations on the tournament. Sounded like it ran really well. Okay, so I guess to play around Submerge and also make sure I don't die, because okay, I can play around Submerge by getting rid of the Yavimaya here before I make the 2020, but then the Elvish Reclaim is tapped and I can't block the Goyf, so then the second Delver and the Goyf are lethal. But what I can do is just float mana here, sacrifice the Yavimaya to get like a Bajuka Bog, and then play the second Reclaimer to make my opponent have an answer for that in front of the Goyf. Probably best to do that. So let's go green, green. Sack Yavimaya. It will just be Bog, I think. There's nothing else that really hits hard. I guess I could get Tabernacle. That takes them off a bit of mana. Yeah, I don't mind Tab. Oh. I did just use 2 mana, unfortunately, for... Oh, no, I've screwed it up. Yeah, I've used the 2 mana for Elvish Reclaimer. Rough. We still have 2 mana left over for the 2020, but we don't have a mana left over for the Yavimaya. 1, 2 use. Yeah, I should have. I think what I should have done is tap the Windswept Heat just for a green mana before I got rid of the Yavimaya. Actually, maybe there wasn't a way, because we only had access to 2 mana, 4 mana, 2 for Reclaimer, and 2 for Stage. So maybe the play was actually not to even use the Reclaimer. Okay, I guess the only way is bog my opponent, and it takes them off... Yeah, makes it a... No, it's still 3. Yeah, unfortunately that is just... yeah. Rough. Math sometimes. Rough. Yeah, maybe even taking that extra hit from the Delver just wasn't worth it. But I didn't expect 3 Delvers. That's definitely the way to beat depths. We can get Sajiri, but they that means that the Elvish Reclaimer would be tapped, and then they can just attack with 3 powered creatures and get in. I will mulligan this. A little bit too slow. Yeah, just not where I want to be as a 5. Okay. Bottom step and bottom 1 Reclaimer. I don't mind this. And then we have just we have Crop or Swords on turn 1. Ornithopter. Okay. Cool. I think here I just want to Swords the Emery. Depths. Yeah, Swords the Emery also turns off the Mox Opal here, which is pretty nice. They have 2 cards left. Vault Scourge is fine. Oh. Oh. Oh, so close. Hold up Crop, and then next turn we just have the combo. This is fine. Because now we still just have the combo next turn. Sure. This does give them lifelink, which is relevant. I think I'm just going to make it now, or at least in their upkeep. Is this... Yeah, cool. Not indestructible. So let's go float, float. Sack this. Get stage. Copy Dark Depths. Keep this one. 6, and just hope I draw 1 card. Alright. That's pretty nice, because now we can Green Suns for Safekeeper, just to make sure we're safe. Pretty good. Oh, they hit Retrofit a Foundry. That's going to be tough. if they can get it back. Yeah. Library's pretty good for us. Even just to dig a little bit. But these artifact flyers are really good against Barret Lage. They can just recast Ornithopter, yeah. There is a world where we have to keep back the Barret Lage next turn. Who would win? One 2020 beast from below the dark depths? Or one Scourge? What are my outs now? Source to Plowshares is a good one. Source to Plowshares is a great one, in fact. Crop. I guess Crop for Bojuka Bog isn't the worst. It also gives me a shuffle. Yeah, I think I just go for Bog here. Getting rid of this land. Just to turn off the Emery. But they are getting to a situation where they can start going wide, which is kind of scary. Yikes. Oh, okay. So I assume here we just swords the Ornithopter. They have to block with the Vault Scourge. No, because they can get back whatever they need. So we kind of need a Caracas as well. So we kind of need that, we actually need the crop rotation as well. So we can go crop for Caracas, untap, use the white source for swords, attack. So a little bit of patience here. Vault Scourge is not black, unfortunately. Ugh. Put on top, put on top. But now we get to hold up Savannah, which is nice. I could sword the Scourge, but then they just get to keep getting back the Ornithopter with the Emery. Alright, so here we can go float, float, crop, sack, bog, paying for Esper Sentinel. Go and get Caracas. Caracas Emery. Is Scourge black? I don't think it is. Oh, Scourge is black? Ah, rough. Okay. Well, there you go. Apologies. And we just... Okay. Well, that makes it a lot easier. Ugh. Yep. Yep. Stub denial's pretty good. Oh wow, that's just it. Yikes. And Soul really good. Oof. I don't mind Tabernacle and Clasm. I don't mind the Prismatics. Sylvan Libraries can be dropped at least to 1. And Soul is really strong there. I don't mind dropping some amount of Knights. Else I'm going to go down on the Moxes. I don't mind 1 Mox. One more Endurance is also nice, just as a flyer as well, or at least a creature with reach. But yeah, Vault Scourge being a black creature is just something that I should know. Tough. Tough. Gotta be better. Gotta be better than that. Because there's definitely a moment before where I could have gone for it a little bit earlier on. This is a 1-lander. It doesn't do a whole lot. It does have force, but I don't think that's good enough. I do want to actually do something, and this is perfect. I'll keep this. I'll bottom the step. And then just lead on the Savannah. This is interesting. I don't mind going after my opponent's mana just because we have the Tabernacle, and I know my opponent's going to try to go wide. I also like the Prismatic Ending here. Turns off the Mox Opal. I meant to... That was just an MTGO thing. I was, of course, supposed to pay for that. Rough. Yeah, just stupid. Size can be pretty good. But thankfully Tabernacle's going to answer Sai pretty well. Night of Autumn's interesting. Oh, can we crop here for Wasteland? I will pay for this. We can waste the seat and then turn off the Mox Opal, is that correct? I think that is correct, and they lose everything, right? I can attack... No, I can't, because it's a 3-4. It's a 1-4. This is classic. I don't think they get to keep anything. Wow. Yeah. Haha. So good. Classic. Seeing the Psy, I definitely think about Plague, which makes me think about the diamonds. Thanks, BG. A few little hiccups here and there, but hopefully the gameplay is okay. It's a tough one. Tabernacle board wipes are really nice. I am going to bring these in. Something like this. I like this. Maybe the Chasm? The Chasm I might not need. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go for a Mox Diamond start, especially on the draw. I want to be pretty aggressive in how fast I can be. We have a Plague, we don't... Oh, we have a green source. Okay. Yeah. We actually just have a turn 3 2020 as well, so actually I'm going to keep this. Nice. Okay. Fault Scourge is fine. Swords, okay. Wasteland's pretty good. Could Wasteland here, or I could just go for Dark Depths. Yeah, I don't mind getting dried either, just to get the mana open. Yeah, I do want to get rid of this Saga. What sort of creature is this? Phyrexian and Imp. Emery's fine, especially seeing that we do have the swords for it. Needle's going to be interesting. Probably naming Thespian Stage. have Night of Autumn for that. Mox. Okay, that's pretty good. Guess we can take them off both creatures here, which is kind of nice. So we can, I guess, Mox away the stage. Play Flagstones. Swords Emery. And I'm just going to name Imp. And then we can start actually Thoring the ice counters, which is kind of cool. It's obviously a slow way there, but I think it's okay. Interesting. Oh, actually we have Force of Vigor as well. Step. Alright. Green, 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 remove. Bog. I might wait on the Bog. But Step's also pretty good in case they have another, I guess they can't have another Imp because of Plague, which is nice, so... I might actually just attack with the Plague and then hold up... Actually, no, because these both come in tap, so I can't have open 6 mana next turn to double pump yet, so we might as well attack with both. I guess I might as well Bog. And then we might as well use this now. And just pass. Okay. Now I'm just going to pass with Dark Depths open. It's currently a 3-turn clock, which is kind of nice. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Can it not? There we go. Alright. Oh, Reclaim is actually worth playing, so let's go Reclaimer first. And then play the second Yavimaya to make this a 3-4, and then also have open 6 mana again. I don't think I've ever thought of Dark Depths for the wins. This could be a new one. Saga, sure. I guess Saga could get a second Needle. Oh, how big is this? 5/5, okay. Green, 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 green. I didn't really want to get that, but that's okay. Because now we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Green Suns for Night of Autumn. I guess I could also go for Oof. Turns off the Mox Diamond. I think just going for the Night of Autumn is fine. Hitting the Needle. That's if this resolves. They could have a counterspell here. Yeah, we can't pay for this. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. I will play this because the mana actually matters. Cool game. This deck looks sweet. It's very cool to see Affinity back in Legacy, which has been there every now and then, but not to this kind of level. I think I'm just going to get a Wasteland, getting rid of the Bajuka Bog. But let's have a look. Could also get a Stage. I think getting Wasteland's fine. Just in case I draw into like removal for the Pithing Needle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could get Flagstones, but I kind of want to deal with the Urza's Saga because I don't want them to be able to find another Pithing Needle and name Dark Depths. Oh, I could stack the Flagstones in play. Sorry, yeah, that's 100% correct. Ornithopter's rough. It's a creature I don't really want to see. One, two, three. I didn't bring in Chasm, did I? No, I took it out because I thought I wouldn't need it. Classic. Let's go with Stage. Take 7. Oof. Haha. 1, 2, 3, 4. No way. Yikes. Yeah, Tabernacle is definitely decent. A little bit too late. We can still do this. Where there's a will, there's a way. One card left for my opponent. Block here. 4 damage. The question is, do I want to use Reclaimer or just keep up Dark Depths for 2? I need to draw exactly Swords to Plowshares. I think I do just keep up the Dried Arbor here instead of using it. Rough. I thought that was game 2. Tough. Yeah, definitely more respect for Glacial Chasm in the matchup was probably the mistake that I made. Should have definitely respected it more. I guess because I saw them as like little parts over time, but... Shift Win S. Oh my gosh. Vegeta's so good. Oh my gosh. I didn't know that was a thing. Do they save as well somewhere? What do I think about Red-Black Reanimator in the current meta? I would find Red-Black Reanimator right now to be a little bit hard because everyone's trying out Endurance, which is pretty good. Copies right to Notepad. Oh, nice. Okay. So you can paste it. Nice. Oh my gosh. Very cool. Damn. Yeah, Affinity really good. I should have definitely known in that first game as well that Vault Scourge was black, so definitely a case of just not having the knowledge of the matchup where it really counts, because giving Affinity and a few extra turns to draw so much counter magic can really hurt. Let's get back. Let's take off the training wheels and get back. No, Auntie again? Oh, what is this? Hey PG, a huge thank you for the Prime sub. That means a hell of a lot. I hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying this content. We played against Anzi just before, and he's back. He's back for more. But this is nice. We get to have a turn 2 3/4 Elvish Reclaimer, which is really nice because we have 2 fetches and 1 land to sack to the Mox Diamond. And then we have Dark Depths as well as one piece of the combo. Turn 2 we have a 4/4 Knight as well, so definitely keeping this. See if Anu's in the same deck. I'm going to assume, yeah. Oh. Oh. Hogak as well? Oh my gosh. Oh, can't cast the Hogak yet though, which is good for us. Alright, this will be fine. Oh. Oh. Okay. Let's go then. Cast Mox. Pitch Savannah. Play Stage. Next time we can play Depths. And this opens up the line of drawing into crop rotation for Yavimaya. Oh no. Okay. We found a knight, which is nice. We lost the depths. And a green suns. Jeez. Eight, 9, 10. Taking 10 this turn? Oh, they're casting the Hogak? Okay. Yeah, this makes sense. We can draw into Caracas for this, which is nice. Or sword. Can we survive? I don't think we can realistically. Hey, Jerry Freeman, welcome. Because if we block biggest and big, we're then still taking 6. Yeah, rough. Tabernacle and Chasm, Endurance, Prismatic Ending, probably not. I like these 3. I like taking out Library, Night of Autumn. Plague Engineer is actually pretty interesting, seeing how many X ones they have. I don't mind that. I'm going to drop Ramanap then and the extra library. I think that's pretty solid. There's a world where Safekeeper doesn't do enough. Maybe like a Prismatic Ending is fine. But what's Prismatic Ending really doing? Maybe I like Ramanap then over that. Or Sylvan Library. Actually, one Sylvan Library is really nice because it makes the Mox Diamond starts really nice on the play, especially with the turn 1 Sylvan Library. Oof's also pretty good. Let's go for Oof, actually, because of LED. A lot of switching and changing there. We didn't bring in Collector Oof in the first match against Arnsey, but I think here it's fine, especially when maybe in games 2 and 3 they are a little bit slower, and so we can try to hit a an LED or 2. Hey Echo, welcome. Getting pretty close. I'm gonna drop the community. I'm gonna drop community staying. The community challenge target I'm gonna drop. Viewer rewards, channel points. Oh, I can't. That's fine. Yeah, okay. Turn 1 Reclaimer, turn 2 either Bog or Swords. The question is, do I want to lead on Yavimaya? It means that I can go turn 2 Dark Depths. Actually, I think we just lead on Savannah because then we can hold up Swords next turn, or Reclaimer. Oh, I should have played the fetch land anyway. Huge mistake. 100%. Because the fetch land just adds one more land to the bin. Ooh. Interesting. Alright. Should have played Yav. Yeah, should have played Yav. Go and get stage and then play depth next turn. Yeah. It should have been turn 1 fetch, turn 2 Yavimaya, get rid of the Savannah that we fetched for, untap, play depths. Sure. The question is, do I want to use the swords here? Just to be... I don't think I do, because I do want to use the Elvish Reclaimer. And the next time I'm just going to tap out for the Knight, so... Savannah. Sack 1 for stage. I think Knight here is better than Green Suns for Oof. Because it also means we can just go and get Dark Depths the following turn. Oh, this could also trade. I didn't realize. They could block and then LED, but I don't think they could. Yeah, I don't think that's a line that I have to worry about. Nothing. Interesting. Did not expect that. It's only once per turn they can pump? Okay. I am just going to hold back both, just in case of some sort of all-out swing from my opponent. End step fetch. Didn't expect that. I'm going to assume that Anji just drew into nothing. Do I want to change anything on the draw? I'm thinking about the prismatic endings, but I kind of like where the deck's at. The plague seemed really strong, especially against so many X ones. I'm not too sure what the best thing to name is. Like what sort of crossover there is between like Asylum Seeker and the Root Wallers and other Madness creatures. Oh, okay. I'm pretty happy to keep this. Turn 1 Yavimaya, hold up Crop. Turn 2 Dark Depths. And then if we draw into a Mox Diamond, we just have a turn 2 2020. We just have to hopefully get until turn 3. Survive until turn 3. But I think just because we have the Crop open, it's going to be okay. We'll keep... Is it too risky? I think this is fine. Especially because we could draw into a... or we could crop into a Glacial Chasm. This will be okay. Or even into a Tabernacle. Apologies. Oh, if we draw Mox here, we can crop into, we can Wasteland and then crop into Tabernacle. Okay. You could definitely play Green-White Depths with mana accelerants in creatures instead of Mox Diamonds, but it's going to be different. It's going to be very different. Because it will be a lot slower. I'm going to hold up the crop in case they have Burning Inquiry. But yeah, I would say it's doable. I would also look at like a Maverick deck just with the combo in it as another play. Imp's going to be fine. Do they have a land? I hope you have a land, Anzi. I really do. Oh no. Discarding Venturine means they have another creature to play. Maybe? Oh, they're trying to get Hogak into play. 2/4. Yeah, they're trying to get Hogak into play. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. I think this means we're going to be able to Tabernacle our opponent. Two cards left. This feels like Hogak. This is fine. Oh my gosh. Please don't have a land. Oh no. Oh no. One card left. What is it? I am going to crop in end step as well in case we draw Tabernacle. Oh, it's not a land. Oh my gosh. No. Oh no. Oh, feels good. Feels good. No. Could regroup from here, let's be honest. But yeah, this is that's a tough one. Tabernacle doing Tabernacle things. Tabernacle doesn't have to have a budget. You can. Rodriguez Tugores was playing the deck. Let me quickly get up. When's this? Yeah, here's a version without Tabernacle. Yeah, that's a brutal 1-2 punch. Love it though. I'll take it. It is really hard, especially for a Madness deck to beat Tabernacle. You really have to have something like LEDs in play and just enough creatures in play to pay for them and then attack for the win. It's always going to be a tough one. Yeah, there have been some times where Arnzi's got me for sure, especially with Terminus. Arnzi's a big Terminus fan, and Maverick plays a lot of creatures, so it's good to get one back on him, but I'm sure it's, you know, Arnzi 30, Dukes on Twitch 3. I'll take the 3. But yeah, now I want to see that as well. Cool deck though. I really like the deck. It can be really, really fast. I was watching Anzi before, and some of the starts that he was having was really good. Quality over quantity. 100% for coffee. Jerry, you know that. But a good mix of decks tonight as well, which is always really nice. Played yeah, Anzi twice, and then lost to Artifacts and Affinity, and then the other deck was Delver. Yeah, Rug Delver. Achilles, 8 trophies, nice. Achilles has been playing a fair amount of Maverick, which is cool, in a green, white, black version with Stoneforge Mystic, and some new cards in Endurance, Prismatic Ending, and Grist, which is cool. What are my thoughts on the current health and diversity of the format? I think it's pretty good overall. I play against a lot of different decks when I play, which is really nice. It's not too familiar that I play against the same deck in a league, which is pretty sweet. I haven't found Delver to be too oppressive. Bant control / like mid-range has been pretty tough because Endurance is a really good card, especially on Maverick. Thalia with Exalted is usually okay to attack with, but when your opponent has up 3 mana and 2 of it's green, and you think of Endurance, it does make attacking a little bit awkward, but usually it works out. But yeah, I think the current format's really nice. I'm having a great time on Legacy. I really like Depths. Like Cloudpost just won the challenge. Yeah, I really like it, Jerry. Like a morning brew, hits the spot every time. All right, on the play. This is a turn 2. This is turn 1 Reclaimer, but that's about it. Turn 1 Reclaimer isn't the worst. Has one piece of the puzzle, but I'm probably getting rid of just an awkward hand with the mana. Turn 1, turn 2. I could see a mulligan towards a Mox Diamond hand, maybe with a Sylvan Library. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan once. Okay. I don't mind this. Keep bottom Savannah. And I'm just gonna start with Savannah Pass. Island. Vile. Okay, this could be Merfolk, which is pretty interesting. Could also be some sort of standstill deck. Scrubland. Alright, let's go Thespian Stage, cast Mox, pitch Scrub, play Knight. Okay. Knight's in play. This could also be Espervile that started on the basic island, which would be pretty tough. I kind of want to see another island or a Mutavault. Wasteland's pretty good. They can do that now. Interesting. A second Vial. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna suspect this is gonna be Fish. Now I just like holding up Knight. Should go and get the 2 pieces over 2 turns. I could also sack... I actually don't mind sacking now and making the... Yeah, making the Thespian stage an island so they can't wasteland it. This means that next turn we can untap with Wasteland if they have Wasteland, and then kind of start it, which is cool. Any Modern Horizons 2 cards that you haven't seen yet but are hoping to make an impact in Legacy? I wish I saw more of Grist. I know it's only a one-of in a lot of decks that play it just because it is a Green Sun's target. But especially in my testing, I'd like to see Grist a little bit more. And to be fair, I also have to do more testing with Grist with Stoneforge Mystic in Maverick, so... I think a lot of the cards that I thought would be in Legacy are already in Legacy. I'm going to assume that my opponent has a Harbinger in the deck. Mox. But I can't really play around Harbinger. Another Lord is fine. This is actually pretty interesting because if I'm playing around Harbinger, I could just do something like copy Wasteland and this no longer becomes an island. So then I no longer give my opponent Island Walk and can block. And now if they try to do any tricks by bouncing this, we have Step as an out. Yeah, now we're forcing the Merfolk Trickster, and luckily now we can just sacrifice a Wasteland, which is irrelevant right now, because it's a forest, and we can just get the Step to give pro blue, and now they lose a Lord, and they've already used the Merfolk Trickster, which was probably their only out to Lage. Oh, so close. It's blue. I nearly clicked white. Tough times for my opponent. I mean, now we have some great draws in Crop Rotation, Dark Depths itself. Another Step's pretty funny. Sorry, Panda. Apologies. What do I want to do here? Hey James, hope you're well. Hey Jack. 3. I'm going to assume this is true name. I'm not sure what other 3s they play. Meraregery is probably old school. I don't have to play around Wasteland here because I have an... I guess I kind of can play around Wasteland. Yeah, I probably want to play around Wasteland. I don't believe they'd have another Meraregery in a Merfolk Trickster in hand, so I feel like this is free. Oh, there's another 3? Savelin. Interesting. Nice, okay. That's pretty cool. That was cool to make them, yeah, play the Merfolk Trickster to try to save one of their lords. The Humble Merfolk. Plague Engineers seem really good. Chokes and Collector Oof seem fantastic. I mean, Prismatic Fist ending seems great. Probably don't need the Ramanap. Probably don't need as many crops. Tabernacle's also interesting. Bog can come out. Ah, it's the god from Modern Horizons 2? Okay. I don't want to overboard either. Don't need the extra libraries. Moxes are interesting. I don't mind dropping a knight, or at least 2 knights for the 2 plagues. Maybe just like 1 prismatic ending. Probably don't even need double choke, let's be honest. I'd rather the prismatic ending. Endurance is sweet. Hey Sammy, I'll drop. Yeah, Endurance is definitely an interesting one. I could potentially drop it. The 3/4 body is nice, but that's really it. This is probably okay. Deck is really cool. I'm sure there's little tweaks that I've made that probably aren't the best, but yeah, it's a very cool deck. I will say that. Pretty happy just to go for crop. Okay. I am pretty happy here to fetch for a Savannah, and then just Green Suns for Dried Arbor. I wonder what they have post board. I assume they have another Merfolk Trickster. Maybe some sort of bounce effect like Submerge. A Lord here is fine. Choke would be fantastic off the top. Green Suns, okay. Interesting. I don't mind Stage, and then just Green Suns for Elvish Reclaimer. I could also go for Safekeeper here. Safekeeper's pretty interesting, because it actually gives me protection for the 2020 in case of any bounce effects that are free, like Submerge. I'm also not in a big rush, so I can kind of play around days with this crop rotation most likely. A very slow start from Merfolk. The non-vial starts are not where you want to be against a deck like Depths, because giving me more time to set up is just going to be only beneficial on my side. Find a Wasteland. They go after the Savannah. I am going to crop here, because it makes counter magic a little less of a blowout, because we're going to lose the land anyway. Flitter Blue in Days. At least that's 1 less days for the Plague Engineer. That's pretty good. Yeah, nice. Knight. Hey Rob, welcome. I hope you're well. Not too scared of any sort of neg 1 or any other sort of bounce, so I'm pretty happy pulling the Dried Arbor there and then maybe getting the Knight down next turn. But we are taking 5 here at least. Get your City Traders signed? Very cool. City Traders is a sweet card. Revoke is okay. Probably still naming something like... They could name Sylvan Safekeeper, but they could also say another Reliquary, Elvish Reclaimer. Really depends what they're scared of. Hey, Anzi. A huge thank you for the raid. Very much appreciated. I hope you had fun on Madness. That deck looked very cool. Hey, Elevation, thanks for the follow. Let me know where you're from. If you play Legacy, what you play in Legacy. Ufia, not that reasonable. I think we will just fetch up for the Scrubland, which allows us to play Plague Engineer and Knight. And I'm actually going to lead on the Plague Engineer, because I'd rather that get days than the Knight of Autumn, because that's currently my way to Dark Depths. Hey Floppy Jelly and Winmore.com, thanks for the follows. Let me know where you're from. If you play Legacy, what you play in Legacy. This also means my opponent has to have another Lord to attack with the Master. Gonna be a tough one. Yeah, the Tabernacle was brutal. I got pretty lucky that you didn't have a second land to like keep just the Hogak and start beating me down with the Hogak. That means that you could have also had like maybe get the Vengevine back in over the next 2 turns as well. No attacks, that's pretty huge for us. Yav's definitely interesting. We're definitely playing the Knight, and I think we're just playing the Yavimaya. Does that give them green? I don't think that's really something to take into consideration. Happy just to pass as well with 11. File up. Hey, thanks, Anzi. All the best. I hope you have a nice week, and I'll hopefully catch you soon on stream. To everyone who came from Anzi's stream, a big hello. My name is Dukes on Twitch. I run the site, thegreensunzenith.com, which is for Legacy Maverick. I usually stream twice a week, Thursday nights at Australian Eastern Standard Time of 7:30, and Sunday mornings around 10:30 AM. Another Master here is pretty solid, but we do have the Knight to keep back these creatures as well, so... No Wasteland either makes this pretty tough for my opponent to get out of. Not too sure what they could have to get out of this. Another stage. I do have mana here just to play the Oof as well for free, which is cool. Merfolk does not have an Island Urborg yet. I guess you could say in some ways it does have it through Vile, but... Do I want to attack here? I don't think I do. Only green and black here. Otto's correct. I'm gonna double up this league as well. I'm gonna do another one after this one, so definitely stick around. And if you do like Legacy content, definitely consider subscribing. If you want to find me on YouTube, you can find me here. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can find me here. I recently did a pretty cool bit on Twitter, just asking around for legacy sort of tips and tricks, and some of them were pretty insane. You can find them here. How do I decide on what decks I'll play? It usually comes down to what do I feel like playing, which is nice. I definitely also try to play decks that I know that I'll enjoy playing. I kind of want to get to a situation where I can destroy the Revoker. But seeing that I have multiple stages and I can get multiple depths, I don't really care about one bounce effect, so I don't mind just going for it here. Probably just sacking the Arbor. Get Dark Depths, one floating, green, target Dark Depths, keep the stage. Opponent has a suspend, cool, nice. Mox is pretty dead here, unfortunately. But luckily we have really 2 more goes at Dark Depths, just because of the double stages, which is pretty sweet. And my opponent really has to find extra removal every single turn, or else they will just die. But Merfolk definitely has some cool tools to get out of this. Wasteland's a pretty good one. Kind of makes me want to turn probably Yavimaya into a Wasteland, just to make sure we also have the Scrubland to draw a Plague Engineer off the top and cast. Yeah. But I am going to untap here. I'm not going to Wasteland now. I could and see how they Wasteland me, because if they try to Wasteland a stage, we can copy Island and fizzle the Wasteland. But if they go after the Scrubland, we just lose the Scrubland, and I'd rather untap and have the ability to just sack this tonight. So I think untapping is just better here. Swords is pretty nice. Swords means we actually have interaction with Revoker as well, so that's pretty sweet. I think I'm happy to yeah, use this Wasteland and upkeep. They're gonna flash something in. They're gonna flash in Trickster now. Interesting. They're gonna try to target the Knight. Alright, so let's go Wasteland and Wasteland. Number 1. Now they'll try to hit this. Now we get to go Swords on Revoker. That resolves, and now we get to sack this. Go and get a Lage. Copy Dark Depths. Keep this one. And now we don't really care about the Merfolk Trickster tapping down our creature. We really just want to keep these two lands in play for the Sylvan Safekeeper to make sure we don't just die to like removal into removal. So I'm not too sure what Merfolk could have here, but it's looking pretty good. Even something like Suspend doesn't work. They could have a flyer that can block for a turn. Something like Caracas and a flyer, but even then, it's only 2 activations of Caracas you get. Tidebringer and Lord, interesting. Yeah, they could try to Spreading Seas and get in for lethal, because we can't currently sack anything. They're not going to attack. Makes sense. They're just going to pass turn. Okay. So now we also have open step through Knight, which is pretty huge. So I think he was going to attack with the Lage and see what happens. Guess there's no reason not to attack with the Plague as well. Just in case their out is... I don't believe that like something like Blessed Alliance, I assume blue don't have access to a spell like that, so I'm just going to attack with just the Marit Lage. Oh, they're at 22. Haha. Yeah, Sammy, 100%. That's something I should have done. Yeah, for some reason I just thought they were at 20 life, but of course they gained life from the 2. Harbinger. This is fine. Dry Dove's in the bin, so I can't green summon to another land. I might as well just hold up the Knight here. But yeah, sorry, I should have seen they were on 22 and attacked with more creatures with protection, but hopefully this is still okay. Opponent only has 1 card, so it's not like they can do multiple things to get rid of the Lage, which is nice. I can get protection through Knight of the Reliquary, finding Sajiri's Step, which when it enters the battlefield, target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice, which is pretty sweet. They have a Suspend, but we can save it with Forest. Nice. Alright. 3-2. Pretty average, but we can open a chest, which is nice. Company's pretty sweet. Alright. I don't want to change anything. I want to run this back and see how it performs again because the list was sweet. I was a pretty big fan of it.